Prepare for trouble and make it double. It tastes like lime. I love it! Hello friends, allenpallen here. Thank you all so much for joining me today. In this video, I'm feeling both creative and destructive. I know, right? What a dilemma. And in an effort to appease my inner urges, I thought we would take the most iconic item from my childhood, destroy it, and then turn it into art. I know, right? I'm a madman. For those of you who are not familiar with what I'm doing already, basically what I'm going to be doing is taking my crayons, arranging them across the top of my canvas, gluing them down with my glue gun, and then once that is all said and done, I'm going to take my heat gun and melt it down. We're going to do like a little time-lapse situation. I think that part's going to be really cool, and we'll see what the end result is. Honestly, I was hoping to get like the really big box of crayons, or perhaps 2 boxes of crayons. Since I was ill-prepared today, we are going to be cutting these in half. It's going to take me a little bit extra time because I'm going to try my best to preserve the order that they're already in. I think that will be most satisfying, most visually pleasing, if you will, but I'm really excited about that. Originally, when I got these crayons, I was a little skeptical because it looks like they give you 3 of each color. And then after further exploration, I realized that each color comes with a light pastel, a dark pastel, and a metallic. I'm really excited about that. As you can see right now, I'm just taking all the crayons out of the box, trying very carefully to preserve the order. Now that the crayons are unloaded one by one, I'm just gonna break them in half and divide them into 2 piles. Oh, this part, even though it's taking me a minute, very satisfying. 10 out of 10 would recommend destroying all of your crayons for art. It's orgasmic. I'm sure some of you guys are wondering why I decided to leave the paper on. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it off later or if I'll even be able to get the glue off. I'm not even sure what this is gonna look like, honestly. But I thought if I left the paper on, maybe the glue would stick better. I don't know. I should have definitely did this before, but I'm about to plug in my hot glue gun. Thankfully, I bought some more hot glue sticks today, so we don't have to worry about running out of those. A good way to tell if your hot glue gun is ready is just like grab it really firmly. Just give it a good grab. Don't do that. Actually, if you're dirty like me, you probably have some glue residue around the outside and your fingers will get stuck to the gun. Do you guys ever see that video? I think it was on TikTok, where this girl, she clamps her hair straightener over her tongue. Maybe it's a YouTube thing. Oh my god, what an idiot. Ow! Alrighty friends, let's get to gluing. Come on. For those of you who really like content that is more geared towards art, I apologize that this happens to be one of my shorter videos, but do not worry friends, because in the near future, I actually just bought stuff to do another paint pouring video, and we're gonna do paint pouring on my dining room table. We're literally gonna take the table that I eat on when I choose to eat at the table, and we're gonna turn it into art. Alrighty friends, as you guys will see, I did a really bad job at planning, and they're not quite centered. But now that they're at least on the canvas, I'm gonna plug in my heat gun and we can get to melting. It's getting hot in here. It's time to melt some crayons. It is getting so hot, I'm gonna melt some crayons now. Ooh, this thing is real toasty. I could cook my skin. Well, let's do what we do best and fuck shit up. I'm gonna take the heat gun and we're gonna see if it melts the crayons. I'm gonna do my best to make it so you can see it as well. So this heat gun is definitely doing the trick, and it melts the crayons rather quickly, but you really only can melt a little portion at a time. You by no means could get this all dripping at the same time. One problem I'm noticing right away is that this heat gun is actually melting the hot glue. I don't know why I didn't think that would happen, but I genuinely didn't. I feel like I might have broke my heat gun. I was holding it really close to the crayons in order to heat them up as much as possible, and it started warping the plastic around the heat gun, and now it won't turn on. So that sucks. Well, let's try this little torch. See if that does anything. Ooh. You could set the paper on fire. Have fun. Okay, crayons. You better work. Now that we've achieved this nice dripping effect, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to peel off all of the remaining crayons, and I'm going to peel off the paper, and I'm going to place them all at the bottom of the canvas, and I'm going to try to melt it so it's going to look like this weird substance is raining and forming a puddle. Honestly, I think it's going to look really cool, so let's get right into it. Can't forget to peel off the glue. Actually, it's sticking a little bit, but I'm really surprised how easy it is to remove the hot glue, so I was really happy that this didn't ruin my canvas. This part is low-key super gross, and I really wish I had some gloves. Even though this isn't a hair dye video, I could still use some gloves. As I'm sifting through all of these crayons, I've come to realize that Crayola put out a lot of really ugly colors. Just saying. Hopefully this is sufficient, because I'm really sick of breaking these crayons apart. Okay. Let's put them towards the bottom, and now let's get to melting. Oh my goodness, you guys. My heat gun is back to life. Literally just in time to melt these frickin' crayons. Ooh. It's blowing the crayons away. I'm really happy my heat gun started working again, because otherwise I really had no idea how I was going to finish this little project off. So far it looks really weird, honestly, and I'm okay with that. It's really colorful and it's something we made together, so that makes it beautiful to me. An effort to complete the look, if you will, I'm going to apply some more crayons here at the blank space up top. We're going to melt that down and hopefully call it a day. This is definitely turning into more of a project than I really anticipated, but I think it looks really cool, you guys. I could probably convince somebody there's a story behind this, when in reality, I was just making crafts with my friends. Right now I'm just going to use the last portions from my crayons. I picked out a couple of the ugly colors, just because I want this to look really bright and really cute. And if we don't need them, why bother? Now that the crayons are arranged to my liking, let's bring out the heat. I love the heat. It's so nice. It burns my skin. Alright, you guys. Enough is enough. To be fully honest, I've spent at least an hour and a half on this so far, just melting the crayons alone. probably pushing 2 hours, but here is the final product. I will let you view it from every angle possible for your optimal viewing pleasure. It's hard to get everything in the frame. As you will see though, it is very bold and very colorful. Thankfully everything is anchored down very well, so we don't really have to worry about this chipping off. I do think that, because I'm definitely going to be keeping this and hanging up in my new home, potentially in my new filming room, but I'm definitely going to be spraying this with a protective spray to prolong the life of our little project. Definitely let me know what you guys think down below, and definitely let me know what projects you want to see next here on this channel. I am off in, I believe, 2 more days yet again, so I'll definitely think of something fun to do then, because honestly, you guys, my days off, I really just look forward to hanging out with you, so cheers to that. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.